Today is Thursday, August 19th, 2021, day 6 on Odyssey of the Seas. We have docked in Curacao. We are going to attempt to get to Mambo Beach and Sunscape Casino on a budget. So what we're going to do, walk through the port, walk over the floating bridge, the Queen Emma floating bridge, into town, and get to the bus terminus where we could catch a local bus. I believe it's only $2 per person that would take us to Mambo Beach. And from Mambo Beach, it's supposed to be only a 5-minute walk to Sunscape Casino. It's very windy today. Surf's up. Here we have the local welcome party. Welcome to Curacao. Looks like there's a water park being constructed right in the port area. Really don't know if it's going to be a part of a resort or if it's going to be part of the port. Guess if we come back in a year or so, we'll know. Entering the shopping area here in the port. Alright, this is the exit, gate 1 of the main port area, and we'll be walking into the back of the resort areas that are right here on the port. And then, if I remember correctly, proceed through the fort, and then you get outside to the Queen Emma floating bridge. Walk across that and you'll be downtown, and that's where we look for the bus terminus for buses that goes to Mambo Beach. Historical information about Curacao. It's the historical details, part 2 and part 3. And this is the Wind Creek Carnival Casino right here on the port. I made a video of the interior a couple of weeks ago when we were here on Carnival Horizon, and got most of the casino before getting busted by security. I had to turn off the filming. Some of the local iguanas, they are quite friendly, social. The larger one over here got some of the food from these people's table. Here's another guy who seems to be staring at me like, don't look while I'm eating. Curacao iguanas. So after getting past the Wind Creek Casino and the resort area, we come to the Riff Fort, which is where you have to actually go through to leave the port area. There are quite a few shops and restaurants inside the fort. There's a steak and ribs restaurant over there. Looks like there's a band that plays here at some point. Oh, and everyone's favorite, the ATM. And this is where we exit the Riff Fort and head over to the Queen Emma floating bridge. Seems there was a part 4 to the historical information about Curacao. Okay, we have exited the port and I don't see the bridge. I don't know if they moved it for this ship back here, but it's not there. But when we get over there, we'll pretty much find out what's going on. These are all local vendor stores here. Okay, now I see that the bridge has been opened and pulled back all the way, possibly for that larger ship in the background. And it is closed off. When connected, it would go back into position and anchor all the way on the other side. Not sure exactly how long that's going to take, but we may be stuck on this side for a while. This is the Queen Emma floating bridge right here. It's pulled all the way to the port side, severing it from the town side. It would link up right over there. And there seems to be a lot of traffic going through this waterway, so that's why it's sitting here. But when it comes back in place, this whole section would roll back in here and lock up, and then the front part of the bridge will link up on the other side, and then we could go over. So right now we are in a hold and wait situation. We're alongside the floating bridge. These are the pontoons, and we're gonna walk over to the ferry area to see if they operate in the ferries to get over, if the floating bridge is out of commission. So The ferry area is down towards the end of this sidewalk. We're approaching the ferry area. The ship in the back of it is called Star Breeze. And I'm not exactly sure what is happening. Maybe we'll get some more information when we get over there. Seems to be quite a bit of people waiting on the ferry, so I have to believe that the Queen Emma Bridge is out of commission. This is the side that would link up to the town on the other end. And this man, I believe, is the operator who sits in that little control room over there, but he doesn't seem to be in any hurry. Okay, I think the gentleman just started up the engines for the bridge to move. Don't see it moving yet. All of the people that were waiting for the ferry to go over have left. They're now walking back down to the entrance for the floating bridge. Because what I was just told is once the bridge is back in place, the ferry stops operating. So we have to walk all the way back. Hey, she's still moving, getting back in place. Looks like it'll get back in place in a couple of minutes. Then it has to get locked up on the other side, and then they will open up the gates so people can walk through and get to the other side of the bridge, which is downtown. Quite a large crowd has gathered to wait for the bridge to go back in place. Because now that the bridge is going back in place, the ferry is going to be out of commission. And it's getting back in place. Has to link up and get locked in on the other side before they open the gates to walk over it. Any minute now. These are the gates here that will open up once it's linked and locked on the other side. There's big fellas in the way, but that's the gates right there. And the gates have opened, and they're off. For the lead, I see a local guy that's pulling clear, followed by a whole bunch of cruise ship passengers from Odyssey of the Seas. And bringing up the rear is Cruises and Casinos. Okay, this is the other side of the bridge where it gets linked up and has to be locked in place. So it all has to line up, and there's a locking mechanism that clicks in, and that's when they know it's good to go. Otherwise they keep redoing it until it locks in. But we are now off the bridge and we're in downtown Curacao. So getting off the bridge, you're making a left past the lock display area and walk all the way down on the way to the bus terminal. Once we get to the end of this street, it dead ends at the water, and you keep following the street or turn right. This is where the ferry would have brought us over, this location here. And it's not that far from the floating bridge, but the ferry operates when the floating bridge is not. It would have actually brought us closer to where we wanted to go, but it would have taken away the thrill of walking over the floating bridge. So we're approaching the end of the street. And you see all the cars are going right. That's where we need to go. We have turned the corner and heading down the street on the way to the bus terminal. And this is where all the vendors line up to sell their produce. That the majority of it comes in on boats in this waterway from Venezuela. And they buy it off of the boats, add a little markup to it, and resell it to the public. Just a quick look at the local market and vendors selling an assortment of bags and trinkets. And if these are mangoes, they're like huge, and they are mangoes. Goodness. I think these are rambutans, but they're green. Bags of limes, more mangoes. We were here a couple of weeks ago and they did not have good mangoes at all. It seems like they came in the last couple of weeks. Okay, that's the end of the vendor marketplace. Okay, we're still heading to the bus terminal. It's really not that far of a walk, but you know, we're going slow. This is the Old Market, New Market complex. There's quite a bit of shops in there. And we did a video of that one also the last time we were here. So the bus terminal would be down this street and to the left. Okay, I can hardly read that street, but it's called, it looks like it's called Haichi VI Coco. And once you get to this street, you make a left and you go in here. You're now in the back of the Old Market, New Market area. And this is where the bus terminal is located, in the back of this area. Okay, so here we are at the bus station. We just now have to find one that goes to Mambo Beach. Here it is right here. It goes to Sunscape, Mambo Beach, and Sea Aquarium. We will check the price and let you know if we're going to get on this one. Okay, we just spoke to the driver, and this is the correct bus, and it is $2 per person to Mambo Beach. You could also see Sunscape. It's going to stop there, so that's the second place that we're going. Okay, it didn't even take a minute for the bus to pull off. I will be back to let you know how long the trip took. There's only 2 passengers in the bus. Plus 2 is 4 of us total, so I'm imagining they'll make frequent stops along the way. Okay, here we are at Mambo Beach. There's our little bus pulling off. It brought us right in. It took a total of 9 minutes to get here. $2 per person. Odyssey of the Seaport to Mambo Beach on a budget. Here we're going to take a quick look at Mambo Beach, all the shops that are here. Okay, we got a directory. I believe you have to go down to get to the beach. Let's just walk around and look at some of the shops before we go down. Cuban cigars in Curacao. Go ahead. Thank you. And this is beautiful Mambo Beach. Very clean, well kept. Looks like well organized. And let's take a walk down to the beach. See all the shops on the upper level. They stretch all the way back there. I'm not gonna go all the way back there, but this is the way down to get to the beach level. And be right there. And this is the beach level area. With some restaurants and bars. Lots of very comfortable looking tables. There's another bar over here. And maybe another bar over here. Can't really tell. There's a pool area here. For one cruise ship, which is Odyssey of the Seas, being in port today, there's quite a bit of people out here. And Odyssey of the Seas only has 700 people on board. Has a capacity of over 5,000. but only 700 on board. And we left the ship about 10 a.m. and more than half the people, I would say, were still there. Cruises and Casinos on Mambo Beach, August 19th, 2021, from Odyssey of the Seas. I remember watching Fred and Carmen walk up some steps and then we saw them. I could be wrong on that one. These are the other shops, the other end of the shops from where we came in. And restaurants and bars. Restaurants and bars are plentiful on Mambo Beach. Tandoori Heights, it's one of the restaurants here, and here's the menu. With the prices. Here we are exiting the parking lot area of Mambo Beach. Mambo Beach entrance was right there. It's the parking lot. This is the exit. This is where our taxi made a right turn to come in and drop us off. So we're heading to Sunscape Princess Casino, which is to our left, and supposedly only about a 5-minute walk after we line up on this street. I don't see any street signs to let you folks know what it's called, but it's down this way. We've been walking for about 2 minutes from the entrance of Mambo Beach, heading to Sunscape Princess Casino, and we are still not to the end of this downhill trek. It's sidewalk, so it's safe and pleasant to walk. And I gotta believe that the Sunscape Princess Casino should be right at the end or around the corner. We'll let you know. Okay, we are at the end of that downhill walk. And right there it is. Sunscape Princess Casino in Curacao. It took us 4 minutes to walk from Mambo Beach to Sunscape Princess Casino. It's on the same side of the road. We didn't even have to cross, and got here in 4 minutes. And we weren't really even walking that fast, to be honest, because it was downhill, very easy. The only problem is it's 93 degrees today in Curacao, and it's not even noon yet. See some local people outside. I'm not sure if it's open yet and they're just waiting to go in. We'll know in a minute, but here we are. Brought to you by Cruises and Casino. How to get from the cruise port to Mambo Beach and Sunscape Princess Casino on a budget. This has been Cruises and Casinos. Thank you all for watching.